What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bet with the Boys. We are in the midst of the best time to be a football fan you can get. Five straight playoff games, two in college. Uh, One happened last night, so 4 days left, and then three in the NFL. But we have a bet in two of those games, and then we have some college basketball as well for Saturday.
Yep, we're at halftime of the Ohio State and Texas college football Final Four playoff game. Halftime thoughts.
Texas seemed to get momentum right before the half, but then Ohio State hits a screen pass for 80 and stole it right back. So I think Ohio State probably doesn't blow them out, but I could see them winning by 10 to 14.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
Joe. Yeah, I think that was huge. I think that might have been the dagger for Texas.
Yeah, as
Kind of
far as
feeling.
first halves go, I mean, you just can't let that happen.
It's kind of feeling like it. Texas was so excited to score right there, and then I think Ohio State cruises and just
Yeah,
kills clock second half. It'd be good for our under.
yeah, agree, true. But yeah, I mean, these playoff games tomorrow, division matchup, Steelers Ravens, we get to see it again. I love these games every year, ever since I was a kid with the Ray Lewis, James Harrison, and now the new age with Lamar and Tomlin heading up the Steelers. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I agree. Three times. I mean, you know, special game. All right. So, like and subscribe to the video. On the road to 2.2K, we actually gained a subscriber. So, I think my fisherman analogy worked better than the $20 bill one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch. It's definitely worth your time. And then $2.99 a month if you want to support the channel. Guys, it's less than a cup of coffee a day. Great way to support us and to get a shout out on the channel. We have been forgetting to shout out this new member forever. He's been a member for like a month now, so apologies. We just kept on forgetting and then we completely forgot about it. But the Sandman, welcome to the Bet with the Boys Hall of Fame. So, our bad. We're about a month late on that.
Yeah, thank you, Sandman. He enter Sandman, and we just completely forgot.
He
But
answered and never left.
yeah, yeah, there's no song called Exit Sandman, so hopefully you stay around for a while.
Yes, sir. 7-8 now because yesterday we did lose both of our bets. Unfortunately, can't be happening. Looking to get back on track today. We got the under in this Texas and State game. Two teams that you think can put up a lot of points. Spoiler alert: the defense might show up, and Vegas might have the line too high. So that's what we're hoping. Looking to get back on track, get on a run. We got four best bets for you guys tomorrow. Two in the National Football League and then two in college basketball. So we'll start in time order. 2 p.m. game.
Yeah, Texas Tech on the money line, kind of the same system we've been doing for a while now. A team that's worth being favored or at least close. Something within 2.5 points against a much better team. So minus 115, 2 p.m. like you said, and that's on DraftKings is where you can find the best odds for that.
Favored against the number three team in the
Oh yeah,
nation,
versus Iowa State. I forgot to say that.
Iowa State. So this is pretty simple here. This is easy for anybody to notice, and it's one of my favorite things to do as a bettor. Looking at a ranked team in college, since they give you the numbers, the public just flocks to those teams, and anytime one of those teams isn't favored against a team not ranked at all and with a worse record, it's pretty obvious who the books know are going to win. So
Yeah, and I mean, even if it's they don't know it, they just this is a trap line written all over it. If you go Iowa State, that's what Vegas is hoping you do.
yeah, and you might win some of those, here and there, but I promise you it was lucky because it wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, over time, this is one of our most successful systems.
Yep. Pick number two in college basketball, the same thing here. We got Cincinnati plus 1.5. Um, it could swing. This could swing back open to minus 1.5 tomorrow. So if you want to go money line on this one, uh, that's about the same thing. You'll land right in the middle most likely. So Cincinnati's another one of those teams that isn't ranked, playing a ranked team, and the spread's just way too small here. So they're playing Kansas. Kansas is ranked the number 11 team in the nation against an unranked 10-4, I believe, Cincinnati team. So we're taking Cincinnati with the points.
Yeah, and Cincinnati's also lost 3 straight, coming off a blowout. So for them to be, within a point or two, that's what we're looking for.
Yep, they've had this game circled. It's most likely Cincinnati's Super Bowl, and Kansas has got a target on their back for being the number 11 ranked team in the nation, the number team ranked.
Yeah. But those are the system we always follow. What I'm most excited about is this game. Eric brought this to both of our attention, and he's been, this is his pick all the way, and I couldn't disagree. I love this pick. This is the biggest trap game of the NFL first round slate, in my opinion, if you want to take that one.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Looking at this game, the whole world thinks that the Chargers -3 is the best bet here. Doing it, taking it without any hesitation. Everybody's fired up with Harbaugh, but I just don't believe it. This line is mostly 2.5 on every book. And if you've been watching us in the NFL for any time this year, you're supposed to lay the 2.5, you're supposed to take the 2 + 2.5, not lay it with the Chargers. So that's what we're going to do here. Spoiler alert, I think DeMeco Ryans and that defense shows up. We were discussing before this video, Justin Herbert's a good quarterback, but, we've seen Justin Herbert for a few years now, and we haven't always thought he's been that great.
Yeah, I mean, I think he might be a little bit overrated. He's had a good year this year under Harbaugh. They run the ball a lot more. But like he was saying, that 2.5, that's going to get a lot of people who don't bet a whole lot, throughout the year. A lot of casual bettors will see that -2.5 for the Chargers, see them finishing the season strong, see the Texans kind of backing into the playoffs, and just hammer that -2.5 for the Chargers. Luckily, we do have a +3, and we get the Texans at home playoff experience for CJ Stroud last year winning a game. He was a rookie and already got more, had more wins in the playoffs than Justin Herbert. So, yeah, Texans, I like this game a lot. You can get the +3 and, just lock up this win. I would go with them on money line if, you want to sprinkle that, but the official pick is +3.
Yeah, and this is a home game for the Texans, by the way. Not going to see a lot of Chargers fans traveling for this one, in my opinion. And you can kind of push away and forget everything that happened during the regular season. The fans are going to show up and they're going to support their team, the Texans, in the playoffs because once you make it, anything can happen. You can just forget the regular season, wipe the slate clean, and start over. I think CJ Stroud gets it turned around in this one.
Agreed.
All right, and then pick number 4.
Like we were saying earlier, third time they're playing this year. Tomlin as an underdog, they've lost 4 straight games. Talk about backing into the playoffs. The Ravens have looked great, but don't think you can fool me by like every year that I don't remember playoff Lamar. I do not think he is the same player in the playoffs. Now, shoot, I choked too. They do have Derrick Henry, kind of like Lamar. But they do have Derrick Henry, so that should help him a little bit this year. But 10 points, 9.5 points, third time they played each other, just coming off a game that, 2 weeks ago? Where the Ravens killed him. This is prime Mike Tomlin spot right here.
It might have been 3 weeks ago, but we were on the Steelers. We've been on the Steelers every time they play. The first game, we were correct. Steelers won outright without scoring a touchdown. Last game, we were on the Steelers against the Ravens. I think George Pickens missing in that game was a huge part of their offensive struggles. He did come back last week, and the offense still struggled, but George Pickens had some key drops in that. I want to say he had like 3 or 4 drops, which is so uncharacteristic of a guy like George Pickens. I think he bounces back, gets it turned around in this one. 9.5 points with Mike Tomlin. Like, what are we doing here? It's a divisional playoff game. Mike Tomlin has lost 4 straight. His back is against the wall. Plus 9.5. I don't think they win outright, but the Steelers know how to defend Lamar. They make him roll to his left.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, talk about two teams knowing each other. I do not think they're going to struggle as badly on offense as they did in the last couple of weeks, especially without George Pickens. And like you mentioned, he dropped some balls that he never, ever drops. I can picture one right down the sideline. I know you know the one I'm talking about. He
Yeah.
comes up with that every time I watch the Steelers play. Just had a bad game.
So last game, Russell Wilson, they didn't cover, but Russell Wilson also threw a pick six, which he's pretty good about not turning the ball over. And then he fumbled on the 2 yard line, about to score. Huge game. I mean, that was huge momentum, game changing play right there. And then George Pickens not in the lineup really hurts the offense. I expect some Justin Fields packages in this game from Arthur Smith. They hadn't been using them. Some talk that his contract he would have got like a bonus or something if he would have been on the field another few snaps, and maybe they were holding him out because of that. If so, that's kind of dirty, but they kind of covered it up with injuries, saying he was hurt.
Yeah. But yeah, I like these 4 picks, 2 in college basketball, 2 in the pros. Let's go ahead and cash all 4 and hold on to this under tonight, make it a 5-0 run. I feel really good about all these, and we'll see you guys on Sunday with some more picks for the rest of the playoff weekend.
That Justin Fields package is going to change the game tomorrow.
Mark his words.
Yep. Best bets. These are straight bets, not parlays. Bet responsibly. Always bet with the boys. I feel pretty good about these. We're due for a sweep. Let's get that thing tomorrow.
Agreed. All right. See you guys.
See y'all.